Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today we got a special guest. Mr. Johnny Layton is here.
Welcome to the show,
Thanks
bud.
for having me.
A.K.A. Big Boy, A.K.A. J. Lay.
That's right.
You had a bunch of nicknames, right?
There's a couple.
That's good. That's good. Any nickname you had that was your favorite? I mean, J. Lay, of course.
That's the one
Standard.
that I don't
flows.
mind.
It just flows good.
Flows really good.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much the going nickname for
Yeah,
me. And then
yeah.
there's been like, Big Boy
Yep.
was always like, I think Leo and like Sinclair poking fun at me, just like they knew they could fuck with me with that one.
Oh, really?
Just 'cause I don't know. I'm not a fat dude, but you're calling me Big Boy, but I'm a kind of a big dude.
You're a big dude, yeah. But I mean, Sinclair, he's big. He's
the
bigger.
biggest boy.
He's bigger. Yeah, biggest boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he slimmed down after that.
Oh, did
he had a bet with Jamie, right?
Oh, that's
Years
right.
back where he
That's
lost
right.
some weight.
Yeah, it was like a bet for like a Hawaiian vacation or something.
That's right.
Wow. But somebody else has taken over the nickname Big Boy now, Mr. Jamie Foy.
That's right.
Big Boy Foy.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Dude, seriously, right? How do
And
you...
it's funny you brought that up because it was like a year or two, I think maybe a year ago, in the drop-in on Thrasher, like the
side
sidebar.
panel, yep.
There was one. It said it was like about Jamie Foy, and it said making Johnny Layton look like Sean Pablo. And it got me. I was just like, you know what? That was fucking amazing. I love that one. So I actually posted it and tagged Jamie and was like, dude.
Passing the torch.
Yeah, passing the torch, but also like, you can't get the big boy down.
Right?
Come on.
Who writes all those?
I know, it's amazing.
They are so good.
I think Burn Dog.
Yeah.
Burn Dog or like Griffin, I think was like helping out.
Those are
at
so
some point.
good.
Yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the T. Eddie Awards. Is that what they're called? T. Eddie?
Well, they
Or
have like a little sidebar called Drop In.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the
been a
T
while.
ones, have you had some T ones?
Yeah, it was like I think Big Boy,
Okay.
Rad Dad recently, but yeah, that one shower scene.
Shower scene. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that
We all know about that one. Internet will never forget.
For those who don't know, we'll get into all that in a little bit, for sure. But that's rad. Rad Dad's a cool one too, man, because I can imagine you are a rad dad. You know, you have a little girl?
Yep.
Little girl.
Yep, her name's Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah, she'll be 4 in August.
4 years old,
Yeah.
man. Wow.
Makes time go by a lot.
I
faster.
know. And you were saying earlier before the show that she's riding around her little scooter and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
she loves the scooter, but I'm like,
trying to get her.
yeah.
Get those handlebars off there?
I'm getting her there. She'll be there.
Yeah.
She's interested enough, so I take her out. Like, I'll be pushing around on my cruiser board. We'll go to like just empty schoolyards around Long Beach.
Oh, wow,
And
rad.
she'll just get on her scooter and go and be following me. And
Okay.
so
And you said too that you said your wife is like an athlete as well, right?
Yeah, she grew up surfing.
Surfing.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah.
So it's in her it's in her blood, man. Little Charlie, man. She
Yeah.
might be doing something.
hopefully,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's bound to happen because she's going to be around it so much.
Totally. Did your wife still surf?
She gets out every now and then. She
Okay.
had like shoulder situations, so she actually got in a car accident not too long ago.
Oh,
so
wow.
She kind of fucked her shoulder up, and she did rehab, and she's getting there. And she just started like her new career. She just finished she got certified esthetician. So
Oh, really?
she's like been focusing on that, but now it's like kind of freeing up some time to
An esthetician?
try and get her back on the water. Yeah,
The
esthetician.
esthetician.
Yeah.
But she does facials.
Like facials,
Oh.
like eyebrows,
Is it-
eyelashes.
Okay.
Like, yeah, skincare.
Did she ever try it out on you? Did she say, Johnny,
Yeah, she'll
let's,
I've let her like fully like wax between my eyebrows.
really?
Like dude, waxing
The nose
your
hairs?
nose hairs is insane.
No. They put up the nose
Yeah,
and
they
then
like plug your nose up with wax and then rip it out.
Oh.
So she had to do a bunch of like test runs, like practice for school. I was loving the shit.
Jeez.
She had to do like practice for school.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I'm gonna eventually have to do this on like men.
Yeah.
And
So
can
she's-
you
So you're
do my
fully
test
waxed
on
right
me?
now?
Right.
Dude, she was like, can I do a Brazilian?
No.
And I'm like, no, I'm good right there. Like, let's just not fuck around.
I
That's
named
not-
the esthetician. I let her do it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Anything to get him into bed, huh, Raj?
Happy wife, happy life.
incredible.
That's
But yeah,
cool, though.
she's super stoked. She actually just passed state board
Cool.
Just 2 or 3 days ago.
Now, what happens then? Like, do they work for somebody, or is she trying to open her own place, or how
She'll
does
probably
that
work somewhere for
Okay.
a while. She has been like working at different salons and stuff.
Okay,
But she'll
sick.
be she wants to start her own business.
Yeah.
Super independent and wants to do her own thing.
Dope.
So yeah, fully support whatever she wants to do.
Man, I just use those nose trimmers.
Yeah.
It's a lot less painless.
It feels crazy
Yeah.
if you don't have any nose hair in there.
Yeah. The nose hairs work though. They're for something. They're there for a reason though.
Filters.
They're filters, right?
Yeah, I always feel like after I had it, I've only done it like 3 times.
Okay.
But it's like afterwards, you're like, dude, it's like
Smooth.
slime ball.
Oh, yeah?
almost, and
Oh.
There's nothing catching shit.
Right.
Does it like kind of hurt at all?
Not really.
No, it's
If they do it fast, it doesn't
It's
hurt.
yeah. It's just real quick, just like boom. It's not like you're ripping out like a single one. Your eyes are watering. You know?
Yeah. Anything else? Chest? Anything?
No, I'm not really
nothing.
like that hairy of a dude.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Kelly loves this.
I don't know why it's a good
this is how,
conversation to start
this is
off
how
with.
this fucking thing starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
Does she enjoy like popping pimples?
Yeah, she loves it. Like extractions.
Yeah, the blackheads and all that shit.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but like she's like
shit
always
hurts
like,
like hell.
"Fuck, you have such good skin. Like
Yeah.
you don't really ever
That's
have
good.
pimples." And then I started like using some kind of like men's face wash thing I got, and she was like, "You need to stop using it. It's fucking your face up. You need new moisturizer. This that." I'm just like,
Oh, so
I'm a skateboarder, and like I fucking never washed my face like in the shower like water. That's
Okay.
That's
Do you
how
now
I've
have
always-
like a daily routine?
no
no.
daily routine is just like like wash my body, wash whatever hair I have left, and
But it's interesting though, because I think a lot of men don't even think about, like you said, like you just wash your face and then that's it. And then she said, no, don't use that. You know.
Just fuck
What
my
was
face
it you were using? Just some type of like cleaner or something? Like
just
a
like a normal like men's like face wash.
Really?
I think it was like Bullfrog or something. Not like not Bullfrog. That you
Oh,
put
the
on your face.
sunscreen? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I wash my
yeah.
face that shit. But it was just like some random like I thought it was good. It was like
Yeah.
aloe and
I see girls now always
Dry
doing
my
that.
face
There was
out.
like a layer of film on their face that they always put on now. Have you seen that?
the mask.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it like I've never seen it like that before. It feels like a thin layer of film.
Yeah, it's basically like a piece of paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool though. That's cool that she does that, dude. You know, you already got. I mean, being a skateboarder out in the sun all day and this and that, like you're lucky you got good skin.
I think I've fucked up though. Like probably pay for it later. Skin cancer or something. Like
Hope
dude,
not, dude.
I know it's scary.
Yeah.
But it's like reality. It's like, dude, how much I've been in the sun like
Yeah.
over the years. Like,
Totally.
yeah, put sunblock on, but you're still like
Yeah.
in the sun.
You ever get sunstroke as a kid?
Probably just out like racing BMX like when I was younger. Like I think I got like
Kelly
yeah.
loves BMX, by the way.
Yeah, don't mention
Yeah.
BMX or Kelly.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
I grew up racing BMX.
Dude,
That's what
BMX
got
is
me.
fine.
But that's what got me into skateboarding is because like I raced BMX and all these kids that I rode bikes with in like our neighborhood just started getting skateboards.
Oh.
there are a lot more BMXers out in your zone though, isn't there?
Yeah,
You grew
like,
up in Marietta, right? Which is
I grew up in this small little city called Wildemar.
Wildemar.
And it's in between Marietta and Lake Elsinore.
A lot of dirt.
South the south the Riverside. Just like this little valley, like not too far from Corona.
Okay.
Like about 20 minutes from Corona.
near Temecula or something.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, Temecula is like it's like
Just south of
Menifee,
it.
Temecula, Marietta. It's like just little towns like out there.
Yeah.
But that's where I grew up and
And you were racing BMX?
yeah, like
on the tracks
dirt
and
tracks,
stuff. Oh
and
shit.
berms and like jumps. So like the rhythm courses and stuff. So like
Wow.
my dad, I grew up playing like baseball, soccer,
Okay.
like that kind of stuff. And then my dad's best friend, his daughter is the same age as me, and she raced BMX.
Wow.
So we kind of like started going around with bikes, and then
Okay.
it got more serious, and I got like a lighter bike and like was racing like a power light or something, and like thin tires, clip on like the clip pedals.
Wait. Thin tires? You're not on the dirt with the thin, are
yeah,
you?
like
Yeah?
like
Oh, I thought they were like off-road bikes. Like thin tires, I'm thinking street.
Yeah,
like in
but
the
like
spandex and stuff.
but like if you look at
Yeah, like
I didn't have spandex
No.
on, but you had like the full like
the
like,
kit.
yeah.
Okay.
And I ended up like getting sponsored by like a bike shop in Paris. It was called like Psychopath.
Whoa.
Yeah. pretty
Okay.
sick. But it was like a fucking pink and black outfit, and I'm just like, damn, I gotta wear this thing. But it was rad. Like,
So you got sponsored first BMXing?
yeah,
That's
Wow.
crazy.
yeah, but not like insanely sponsored, like by like Shimano or whoever else. It was like I rode for this just one bike shop, and then started traveling around. Like my dad would drive us, to
Different races and stuff.
Bakersfield or Fresno
Okay.
or wherever, San Diego. And then one year, and you're always like competing for like points and like what number you ride or whatever. And there was the Grand Nationals, and it's in Oklahoma City.
Oh shit.
So fuck, let's drive.
What do you?
So like we drove. It was me, my dad, his friend Rick, and his daughter Stasha.
Okay.
And we all rode in a fucking Geo Metro with our
With
with our bikes on the back to Oklahoma City. This is like
Oh
when
my
I was
God.
10.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, I got out there and
Put your pink
and-
suit on and
Yeah, for sure. I had the full psychopath kit on. And when you go to those nationals, it's not like novice, intermediate, or expert. It's one class.
Oh shit.
So it's like, the least experienced kids racing the best. So
10 years old versus maybe a 16-year-old
no, like you're racing like the
age.
10-year-old age
Okay.
class.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you're racing the best of the best. And
Oh.
I showed up just like, fuck, I'll try.
How'd you do?
The gate didn't drop. Like, and it's like at that point, with racing, like you're like, you have it timed.
Okay.
Like you pop the gate and you're like fucking to the first corner and you're like hauling ass,
Yeah.
And the gate didn't drop. We all fucking flipped the gate.
Oh.
Every single one of us like scored.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then they restart. So if you fall before the first turn, it's a restart.
Okay.
So reset, gate drops, going and with the pack, and then first corner, everyone falls. It was like a whole collide, and I'm like in the back, whoop, past everyone, won the fucking race.
Yeah,
I
right.
was like, dude, I just won the Grand Nationals in Oklahoma, like, and I got to ride the number 1 plate for the whole next year.
No way.
Wow.
Here's
Yeah,
little Johnny like
that-
running around the
yeah.
course by himself,
It was
pretty
sick.
much.
Just finished, won it by total fluke.
That's
I wouldn't have won that
insane.
contest. I was not about to like beat some of those dudes.
So what's this plate thing you're talking about? They award you
Yeah,
this
they put it. It's like your
placement.
Your license,
Your license plate on your
yeah.
bike.
Oh, like
It's basically your ranking.
your trophy.
Yeah.
So
It's like a trophy,
I got
right? Oh.
but you get to like pretty much rep like the number 1 plate for the whole next year.
Wow.
So yeah, but that next year was like right when I kind of got introduced to skateboarding.
Okay. And how did that happen? Your buddies, you said, was skating?
There's a bunch of kids in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and it was like the elementary school that I went to at the time.
Okay.
So everyone was skating this fucking red curb and this 3-stair, 5-stair. Dudes were bringing jump ramps. And,
Oh, wow.
I remember just seeing like just random people skating and was stoked on it. And there was like these 2 brothers. They're younger than me, but they were sponsored
Oh,
already.
okay.
So they rode for like Sector 9.
Whoa.
But it was Sector 9 started making
regular boards.
Regular-
regular boards.
Oh, okay.
So I was always like, fuck, like I want to get a board. I didn't have a board yet.
Yeah.
This sounds so shady.
Okay. Uh-oh.
But we had a construction site that was like right next to my house. And like there's like some of the kids that skated were like such like snobs and like shitheads that like they weren't my friends. And like at school they were like not cool.
Okay.
This one dude just sucked, and like I'd known him forever, and just never like we were never friends. It was, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like fucking 10 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. So they went in the construction site, like going like I think spray painting or doing whatever. Dude, at 10 years old.
Oh,
like,
wow.
but I'm living in Wildemar or Elsinore. Like,
Yeah.
there's way worse shit going on. So they went to the construction site and I swooped that kid's board. Yeah, I wanted to skate.
That's hard.
I wanted to skate so fucking bad. And I was like, fuck this kid. I just want to skate.
So they went in the construction site and you snuck over and grabbed.
They left their boards like on the other side of the gate. So
But he was see you though. Did you paint the board and make sure that?
Yeah, so that's where I was just like, I can't like go skate and like all of a sudden this dude has a board and it's like, those are my trucks and wheels and everything.
Yeah.
So I didn't ride the board at first. I was like scared to like go out and take it out, so I'd skate it like.
Okay.
And this isn't like my first. This is like my first actual like skateboard.
Real
like,
board.
I had a Nash board or something in the garage that was just like I'd try to stand on, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like probably like 96, 97.
Okay.
And so yeah, I put those trucks on and like spray painted them and like had these like weird Spitfire wheels. And I wanted one of those boards that those kids second hand, and I was like, "Hey, can I buy one?" He's like, "Yeah, like $20."
Okay.
So like at that point, like my mom, my dad were divorced.
Okay.
Like, my mom was like working like 3 jobs, so I was just like, "Fuck."
$20 is a lot of money.
Yeah. So I started like I think mowing lawns and like just doing chores and like
that. Yeah.
Saved up and then like gave him $20, and that was like my first board that like I kind of just pieced things together.
So you got rid of his board. You got rid of the evidence.
Yeah, but it was that board was like fucked. It was like
right,
just no pop left in it, like razor tail.
Did your mom
Grip was
question
peeling off.
like, where'd you get this board?
I don't think she ever even realized.
No.
Yeah, I think I had told her like, like just friends gave me stuff. That's the only thing in my life that I've ever stolen.
Yeah?
And it was my fucking skateboard.
Skateboard.
Work out for you.
It did.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, so, and I'm like such an honest person, and at that point, an honest kid, so telling a fib to my mom was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
But it sparked some. I wanted to skate so bad, I would do anything to get a skateboard that I was stoked on. And I didn't want to ride that Nash board because it was like, all these other kids had like such rad boards.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. And I was just like, we didn't have that much money.
Right. Did you ever make friends with the kid afterwards? And did you ever confess?
I feel like, I don't know if he got into like doing drugs or like at that young age, like kids were doing like weird shit. Mm-hmm. Like getting into drugs like way early on.
Wow.
Yeah. So I never like associated myself with like that group, but so I don't know, as time went on, like it was like I was starting to go to school with my board and realizing like there's like a group of skateboarders that like a clique, you know, and I want to be part of their clique, and they're not having it. They're like,
not having it.
Because you ride a 69 board?
No, not even that. But it was just like they were like the cool crew.
It takes time to get in there. You know what I mean? You got to show your stripes or whatever. You know.
All I wanted to do was like hang out and skate with them, and like it was like after school sometimes they'd be skating, and like I'd try and be like learning to do like tricks, and they were just like,
they
had one of the kids, I remember their names, and it's funny that the relation to like relevant pros today. This kid Johnny Ciotti, his mom was a teacher at the school, and she'd let them come in and like bring skate videos and watch skate videos at lunch. I could never get in there. They never wanted me. Like they
you
wouldn't
couldn't come in the classroom and watch a video.
No.
What would they do? Like barricade the door, or like kick you out?
No, it was just like I wasn't invited, so I wasn't like even gonna be like, come on,
right?
Just want to watch Fulfill the Dream, like, please. I'd never seen it, and I knew they were watching it. And I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to see this video. And before that, the only video I had seen was like Welcome to Hell. This one kid that lived in the neighborhood, that was the only video he had, and it was the only video I could get like a hold of to watch. So
funny that you ended up writing for Toy Machine.
It was like the biggest influence, like engraved. Like I fucking just melted my mind. Like that's all I watched, and that's all I wanted to skate like. So it was like, what? Like the next video part of like the Muska, you know?
There you go.
I don't actually in Welcome to Hell when I don't think the Muska part was in that.
No.
So, but I knew Muska was like the dude. Like Shadowboard was around. So this
Shout
is
out
like
short
Oh, that was
this is like what 97, 98?
yeah. Everyone in Southern California had that musket board.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I remember when I got it, dude.
It's cool. They had like every single size in that board with
Yeah.
different colors and everything. I was like, that's pretty sick.
It's rad. He's bringing it back too. He's doing some
Yeah,
reissues
saw
and
that.
shit. Yeah.
Those kids wouldn't let me in the class.
They wouldn't let you in the classroom.
And I just wanted to watch skate videos with them, and it just never happened. And one of the other kids was this kid Keith Stearns. His younger brother is Dolan Stearns, if you guys know who Dolan Stearns is. And yeah, so I saw Dolan like way early on when he was a kid. Same with Chase Webb.
Oh, okay. Are you
so-
skating with anybody at this time too? I mean, did you
Yeah,
make
like-
skate friends at least? And
Yeah, no, I had some dudes that like I
Okay.
skated with in the neighborhood, and like, but it wasn't like I was part of like a crew until I got to high school.
Oh, gotcha.
And then it was like at that point, like CKY, like that kind of shit was around, and we loved BAM, and
Yeah.
all the hijinks, and like,
Yeah.
so this dude Chris, like, I was in 9th grade at this time. It was like his name Big Chris,
Okay, big Chris.
big dude, and it was like my friend Elijah and Lance. We just all roll around, go in Walmart, beat the shit out of each other, knock shit over,
Shopping cart
go
stuff.
skate. Like
Yeah.
I was like trying to ollie off roofs, like, and we'd skate to high school, and like that was pretty much like 9th, 10th grade. It was just like skating. Not really. I was like filming with
Okay.
like our like high 8 camera or whatever,
Gotcha,
and
yeah.
like just filming hijinks, shit, skating, and it was just like having fun. I wasn't like working on a video part, you
Right.
know, like
You're jumping in bushes.
kids at
Yeah.
7 are working on video parts now, you know?
Yeah. But back then, you probably didn't even realize that
Nah.
like that was a thing, right?
Yeah, and I think it was like around that time I got like a shop sponsor.
Oh,
So I was like stoked. Like I rode for it was like Jay's board shop in Temecula.
I rode for that shop too. That was the first time that I heard about him. I was like, and then you blew the fuck up. And I was like, oh, I rode for that same company with you. Or same
You
board
rode for
shop.
Jay's?
Yeah.
Like-
There was one in Temecula and there's one in Laguna Hills,
Yeah.
right next to my house.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing a photo of you, and you were doing like, you're the first kid that was coming out. I see you do a street grab. Like you were like you were the one kid doing grabs in the street.
It's weird. Like I just wanted to like fly, I don't know, and grab my board. But I think that influence comes from like fucking Trujillo's part in Bloom, like the Tuckney, like how he would do them, and like Cardiel too, like how he would just like blast like frontside air and like just tweak it.
But anyway, sorry to get off the track.
No, but that's crazy.
yeah. But you didn't have to wear a pink suit
No,
for Jay's.
no.
Yeah, listen. no
God.
uniform.
I moved to Marietta like
Yeah.
halfway through high school, and then that's kind of like where I was like, we had like a couple skate parks open up
Okay.
out in Temecula. There's a place called Illusion Zone. Was around for like a year, and then Ollie House opened, and that was like, once that place opened, it was fucking on.
Really?
I was there every day. Like, got sponsored by the skate park. Skated this dude Josh Hansen all the time at Ollie House, and he worked at Active.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I was like, hey man, like, can I give you a sponsor me tape for Active? And then I got on Active, and then I ended up getting a job there.
oh, seriously?
Yeah.
So you were already filming Sponsor Me tapes by this time?
Yeah,
You were
like
trying
but it was
to
mainly like
do it.
filming it was like a couple like street clips, but like
Okay.
all house
park?
footage.
Any switch trays in it yet? No switch
this
trays.
Is long,
okay.
This is way before the switch tray.
Okay.
It was mainly just like, sounds crazy, but like kickflip, backlit, bump to bars, and like
Oh shit.
like just I was learning to kickflip into shit, and it was just like being in that skate park all the time, and
Right.
like random pros would come through. Like I remember going to a demo there, and it was like Costin and Jamie Thomas,
Oh,
and like
wow.
you'd see Tony Hawk show up and skate the vert ramp, and Danny Way and Colin McKay, and it was like, wow, like seeing all these like pros roll through, like, and you're just this kid, and they're coming to skate your park. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, this is so sick.
That's amazing.
Tyrone Olsen like running me off the street course.
Yeah, right. Whoa.
He's great. Like when I see
what
him
did
now,
he
he's
do?
amazing. But like, he was just aggro out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'd just be skating the park, and we're like, oh shit, T-Bone's here. Like,
Oh,
watch
yeah?
out. And, like, fucking just slam into you.
This is like Osiris, like in the
Yeah.
middle of all that stuff.
Yeah,
huh?
this is
wow.
like during like right around the storm or something.
So what did you
Yeah.
guys? Did you guys collide or something, or did he just kind of?
It was just the vibe was out.
the vibe was that you
Yeah.
went and sat down.
You were like a younger, littler kid, and you're like, this dude's fucking pro, you know?
Yeah,
Like, stay
yeah,
out of his
yeah.
way.
But didn't Brian Horde grow up out there too?
Horde, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to see him. So he'd come and skate Marietta Skate Park, and I just remember being blown away. Like there was like this weird like bump to like it was like a little Euro step up, but it was like sideways.
Huh.
And he's regular footing with like alley oop, like nollie backside heel flip up it.
Oh.
And first try and like nollie backside flip up it, like nollie heel up it, and we're like, what the fuck? This dude is amazing. And I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a pop.
And then
It's some
like
serious
years
pop.
go by, and I'm just like, holy shit, that's Brian Horde.
Yeah, he's sick.
And he was good friends with like Tone Nguyen, so Tone would like randomly come out and like skate.
Yeah. Did you do any magic tricks or anything? No. Okay.
I just come and skate the park. I didn't really know Tone like at all.
How long did that place last?
Couple of years, maybe.
That's it. Just a couple of years.
Yeah, I think it was just like probably just not pulling in enough, you know.
Right. Did you get sponsored after that?
So like I was working at Active,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, just was like skating and filming.
Sick.
But at this point, it was like I got a car, so then I was like, all right, like fucking need a generator and lights too.
Oh, you were fully
Yeah, like
in.
I had bought a generator and lights, and like would go out, like light spots up, like ended up meeting, like through, I don't even know what was around at that time, like MySpace or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Friendster.
Yeah, but I like found like this dude that was like filming down in Vista, like sick. Yeah. Some sick filmer down in Vista, and Vista's not that far. I was like, yo, let's film together sometime. And it was Robert Brown. You ever heard of Robert Brown?
No.
So he was always filming like Slash, John Goman.
Oh, wow. No way.
This kid Sumio, Greg Hunt, like, or not Greg Hunt, Greg Myers.
Greg Myers.
Sorry.
Oh, Greg Myers.
But Greg Hunt
Oh,
was
yeah.
filming with Greg Myers
yeah.
because of DC and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'd see Greg Hunt around, and actually, like, at one point got to film a clip with him, like a switchback 180 down this gap when I was like 17 or something.
That's rad.
So I started skating with him, and he like was like, "Hey, let's put all your footage together. Like, what do you want to do with it?" And
Sick.
oh man, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's like missing like a whole time
It's all
where,
good.
and we need to talk about this shit.
Let's rewind.
yeah.
Let's
All right,
rewind.
let's rewind. Junior year of high school.
Okay.
My dad is living in Lake Elsinore, like kind of trailer park style, like, and has this next door neighbor, and his name's Jeremy. Zorlak back in the day, like rode for him in Texas, and he wants to build a ramp, and he builds
Okay.
this fucking gnarly, like almost like a vert ramp, it's like a 10-foot ramp in their yard.
In the trailer park thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like dirt road, fully like to get to, and he builds this ramp. So I like started. That's kind of like I already was skating ollie house, so I had this other ramp like next door to skate.
Oh wow.
And I was just a kid, like just like learning how to like kind of skate bigger transition, and I noticed like a lot of dudes started coming around, and I'm like, this guy's friends with a lot of like ripping skateboarders,
Yeah.
and it was like Al Parton and Neil Headings and
Oh shit.
Sam Hitz and
151 crew?
Yeah, whole 151 crew. So those dudes were always coming around and like,
Okay.
dude, they were partying so gnarly. Like, and I was like so naive, like didn't have any idea what they were doing over there. But I'm skating the ramp all the time, and then Neil Headings, like Jeremy or my neighbor was like hit up Neil. Was like, hey, my neighbor wants to like see what's up and maybe get some boards from like 151. It was like right when 151 was like ending.
Okay.
And he was starting this company called Role Model.
Huh.
And it was like it was shortly lived, but so I gave my footage, went and skated with them, and then they were like, dude, you're on, like you're gonna be on the team.
Seriously.
And I was
role
like,
model.
and I was like sick. Like I was 16 roughly.
Okay.
I think I just turned 16 actually, and was AM for this company called Role Model, and it was Neil Headings, Pigpen,
Oh shit.
Chris Swanson,
Chris Swanson. Yeah.
John Ponce was on,
Okay.
and me. I think me and Ponce were like the only AMs.
Wow.
And they were like, we're going on this filming trip. We're going to go to Seattle. I was
Okay.
like, rad, fucking super stoked. My mom had to, like, I had to introduce, like, Neil Headings to my mom. And, like, that right there, my mom was like,
You're not going anywhere.
no, she was like, is this something you really want to do? And, like, I was, like, sacrificing, like, leaving, like, away, like like I was playing baseball at that time in high school, so I was just like, yeah, I want to do this. So I passed on like, you know, doing baseball and went on this trip and had to like, my teachers were cool enough to be like, yeah, you're going on a skateboard tour. That's cool. Like just take a journal, like, and like take notes. Oh. If I would have turned in like what happened on that trip, they would have been like, you're fucked. Because it was like for like 15, 16-year-old kid to see like some of that shit that happened on that tour. I was just like, fuck, like walk in and like dudes are like fucking burning the spoon. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, that, and we were in Portland. I saw that and was like, well, what the fuck? Like,
no way.
And I'd never been even around weed at that point.
Right.
So I was just like, dude, like, nah, like this is not my scene.
Okay.
And,
well, it's good you recognized it from that. Yeah.
Yeah. And like,
that explains the trip to Seattle.
Seattle was like the sickest part because we got up there and it was like I forget the name of the contest. So like the Beast of the East or something, or what? Or not Beast of the East, but like was like this big AM contest. And I went up there and that's where like I ran in. I had always skated like Corona Park.
Okay.
So I knew Billy Marks a little bit and Tony Silva and some of those kids, and they were all up there for that contest. And I think Duffel won the contest.
Oh, wow.
So that was like my like initial like first like big AM contest I skated. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, like just everything that happened on that trip, there was just like it's bad things that happened. Like that
man.
And I was just so
Do you
like
still have the journal?
Yeah. It's somewhere in my fucking garage somewhere.
Did you really write everything down?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, you seriously?
But I told my like I it's crazy. I called my mom like when we were in Portland, like right after I saw them doing that shit, and they were all fucked up. And I was just like, yeah, I gotta get out of here, mom. Like, fly me home. And she was like, yeah, are you okay? I was like, yeah, it's just not comfortable like being around this. So she flew me home. I was just like, hey, like, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
And then when I got home, that's when I was like, fuck, like I need boards, you know, like, and I was like, fuck, I love Toy Machine. Like, I know Billy, I know Austin, like maybe like I film a sponsor me tape for Toy Machine.
Okay.
So that's when I like started filming just with Robert Brown and Russell Houghton.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'd go meet up with them and it'd be like me, Goman, every now and then Dylan.
Okay.
Slash, like that was like kind of like our filming crew.
Wow.
So I just kept filming with all those dudes and made the sponsor me tape, and I was at ASR and was there for that what's it called, San Diego handrail contest. Remember that thing like during ASR?
Oh yeah.
So I went to that and I'm like walking up to the contest and I have my sponsor me tape with me, just like looking for Ed. and it was like Tumieto. I think it was like some exhibit or something there, and Tumieto was sponsoring the contest. So I was like, I know I'm gonna see him, like, or someone on Toy Machine, Billy or Austin. And I saw Ed like get out of his car and just like walked right up to him and was just like, hey, my name's Johnny. Like, I love Toy Machine. Here's my tape. And he was just like, all right, took it, and it was like I was like so nervous, and like I could tell he was nervous for some reason, and
He's probably
it's just
weirded
Ed
out,
being awkward, you know. Like,
Like, so now I carry this VHS tape around all day.
I was like, fuck, I want to skate this contest, but I had no in.
Okay.
And randomly, my neighbor Jeremy, his girl is this chick Shelly, and she was in those 151 videos, like throwing up, like drinking fucking Pigpen's puke. Like,
What?
yeah, like crazy shit these people were into. And
Sounds like a
how the
wonderful
fuck
girl.
I got involved with it is like beyond me, but she somehow knew someone, got me in. So I was just like, wow, sick, I'm in this fucking handrail contest. And it's like Leo and Billy, and this is like 2002, maybe early 2002. And so I skated the contest, and it was like Ed was like front feebling the rail, and then I was like backsmith, like, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try and kickle backsmith this thing. And I put it down, and like I was like, fuck, couldn't do it in the contest, but like Billy won.
Okay.
And then I remember like this filmer was like, fuck yeah, that was sick, or like good shit, and it was Kevin Barnett. So like that was like way early on, and he ended up being like the toy filmer. He hadn't even worked for Toy at that point.
No, not yet.
So I was like, all right, cool, like, you know, went back to my normal routine, like filming, whatever. Still working at Active. At this point, I think I had just won some Sponsor Me tape contests with Soltec.
Oh,
and ended up getting the Americas.
Perfect. Yeah.
And
no boards at this time.
No boards. And
no
boards. And then like no call from Ed, like, or anyone. I was just like, fuck, okay, whatever. And then out of the blue one day, like Ed hit me up, like, hey,
called you.
Just watch your tape. I'm like, really? I have another one. So like updated him with like a new Sponsor Me tape, and that's when they sent me a box, and they were like, all right, let's get things going. And that was like I don't know, around middle of 2002.
How old are you at that point?
16, 17.
So how long were you on Flow before they actually...
I got on my 18th birthday. Like Ed called
on
me.
your 18th birthday.
Ed called me singing that 50 Cent song, like, go Johnny, it's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday.
That's amazing.
He's like, happy birthday, you're on the team. That was my 18th birthday. So I was just like, wow.
That's pretty
like,
sick.
That's amazing.
I had just graduated high school, like, you know, like that summer or whatever. And I was like, just filming. Like that was just like every day, all day, just going out. Generator and lights, like filming as much as I could. So Toy Machine went on that summer tour. It was like the Berserker tour.
Oh, okay.
And like other dudes on Flow at that time were like James Brockman and Alex Parker Olsen.
Right.
And so Alex went on this whole summer tour, and they're like, sorry, you're like not gonna go on the tour, but like, you know, just keep filming, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool.
They're trying out other people too.
Just to see like, you know, who's gonna make it on the team
for sure.
And they were like still not really rebuilding still, like after, you know, like BA and everyone left, because it was like Ed, Austin, Diego, Billy, and Harmony.
Okay.
I think at that point.
Yeah.
And Caswell had already left. I think Nate Broussard was still on at that point. Or no, Caswell was still on at that point, that summer.
I mean, what a great squad.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah.
And I was just stoked to have boards. Like and just be involved. Like, and just the opportunity alone. So I just filmed. And then they came back from the trip, and they're like, hey, we're going to do this trip to Portland.
Okay.
And we want to bring you. I was like, awesome. Like, fucking I'm down. Drove to Ed's house, hopped in the van, and went on like it was probably a week long.
Now, did you feel like they were like, trying you out, trying Alex, like you were, like it was almost like a race to the finish line almost?
We had like randomly been on sessions together, and I didn't know what was going on.
No.
I was just like, I even had like Rob with me filming. So like they were like filming their own shit at the spot, and then I was like trying to get clips pretty much for my Sponsor Me tape again.
Yeah.
And so they took Alex on that whole summer tour, and then they took me on that trip to Oregon, and we got to like Sacramento, and we go to this one spot, and then like we roll in, and the whole fucking girl team's there, and I was just like, wow, dude, this is like just starstruck. I'm such a skate rat still. Like I just like show up anywhere and just see someone, I'm just like, fuck, this is rad. And Brian Anderson, like P-Rod, and this is classic. I remember like he was like Rick Howard sitting there, and he's acting like he's playing like PlayStation, and it's just him acting like he's P-Rod, and it's like kickflip, switch flip, nollie flip, fakie flip. Like he did every single trick down this like 3 block.
Jeez.
And it was just epic to just be there. And I was just like tripping. I'm like looking around. I'm like, BA's like been probably one of my favorite skaters, biggest influence up to that point, like Jeff Rowley and Arto. It was like BA, Jeff, Arto. That was like all that mattered to me. And so the trip continued. Like I just skated every spot, like fucking wanted to get as much shit as I could. I ended up filming like this thing called a Hot Wheels. Remember? 4-in-1, they had Hot Wheels.
That's what I had too. Yeah,
Hot Wheels.
Yeah. It was like a little section. You kind of shared it with other people too.
Yeah. So I filmed one of those on the trip, and then after that trip, I came back, and I remember like, you know, just hitting up Kevin Barnett and being like, yeah, like I want to go film with you. So I'd go to Long Beach, stay with him, film with him, and then I got a call from Ed, and he's like, hey, there's this trip coming up with Thrasher, and it's something that Burnett is doing. And at this point, I think I had went out with Burnett once or twice and shot photos with him. And he's like, it's called King of the Road.
Oh shit!
And it's like, we want you to go. it'd be you and Diego, like repping or representing Toy Machine. It's Tumieto as a brand going.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And if you want to go, you can go.
I mean, that's...
And I was on flow at this point, so I was just like, fuck yeah, dude, like I'm down. Get me in the van, let's go.
But that's even great for them to put the trust in you to go out there and represent, even on flow.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
King of the Road is like a big thing.
Why not send like Billy or Josh or Austin or whoever else? But they were just like, yeah, go. So,
and you had never heard of that before? The King of the Road?
It was the first one.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, so I was just like, I was 17.
Okay.
And just like showed up at the airport and I'm like, that's Ethan Fowler. Josh Beagle, like this is crazy. Like, Diego, I'd never met him, and then it was like by like 24 hours later, I'm like, this is my favorite dude.
Yeah.
I fucking loved you. And,
What were some of the challenges?
It wasn't even that crazy at that point. It was so new. It wasn't like fucking drink your own piss or anything. You know? But it was like make out with like someone double your age, and they're like, Johnny, you're gonna get this one for sure. Yeah. You're the youngest one on the team. Diego had to rock like banana hammock in South Beach. And,
Oh, shit. Just goofy shit.
just but just like seeing like watching Ethan like backlip like this square 11 stairrail in Kansas. So it was just like memorable moment in time, like engraved in my brain. Cause I'm like, dude, love the way he skated forever.
Yeah.
So to see it in person, I was just like, yes. So I don't know, by the end of the trip, like we get to the end of the line and we lost by like literally like 40 points.
Oh,
and
devastating.
I remember Ethan just like laying into the filmer, Jeff Morris.
What was he? Why was he laying into him? What was he?
Because we went to Strawberry Bowl.
Okay.
And it's like the mellowest pool. And like I'm not really a pool skater, but like we all had to slash scoping.
Okay.
And the filmer was just like bail, like coming so close. And it would have been 50 points for everyone. So we would have won by 10 points or something. So I remember at like the end, like when we found out, Ethan was just like, fuck, like blew it for us, blah, blah, but whatever. I ended up winning like the MVP.
Seriously?
So yeah, so I was like fucking just stoked, like off that, like
That's
riding
rad.
off that. And then Ed called me on my birthday. They put me on the team, and that's when I started filming for Good and Evil.
That's amazing. I mean, shit.
Did people ever did any of the writers give you like a hard time for being the new kid?
Yeah, I mean, Harmony didn't want me on the team because of like my like music choice.
What?
Like
Really? You don't like folk rock?
Yeah, he was like, you don't like Bob Dylan? And like at that point, I was like, nah, I just listen to like skate video music. No one's skating to Bob Dylan.
So you inched Olsen out.
Yeah, it wasn't even like competition between us.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you know,
just
you
like-
guys were
But I think
both.
at that point, like right when all that happened, I think he went and started getting Baker boards.
Okay. Yeah.
So like, and then James Brockman went to zero. So like, and then when I got on, Toy Machine, I think had kicked Nate Broussard off. So
Oh shit.
it was just like dudes went different directions, and then it was just like me focusing on like, all right, we're all filming a video, like sick, like finally have like
Something to work for.
towards, yeah. And at that point, I think Matt Bennett had just started getting like Toy Machine flow as well, like, or we were on flow at the same time. And then I'd gotten on, and then they put him on at the
Okay.
Good and Evil premiere.
Oh,
And
seriously?
He had a part in the video, so.
Do you ever trip out with Matt Bennett about how everyone's doing the Bennett grind now?
Dude, yeah. We got the joke like where it's like you see a Bennett grind and you're like, did he get permission?
Yeah.
Matt B's like, I don't know. He'll give you the nah or
Nah.
that's his shit, dude. I seen him trying to do it on the vert ramp at Vans the other day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
insane. Yeah, he wants it. 11 and a half foot vert ramp, and he's trying to do Bennett grinds on it.
Jeez.
He does them on transition, like in our skate park in the warehouse. Like fully like Bennett grind the 5 foot, Bennett grind like the 7 foot.
Well,
So
it's like
sick to have a trick named after you.
Yeah,
It's
right.
pretty
Yeah.
fucking rad.
It's not just that trick. That dude's got
he's good.
tricks for
But you
days.
know what I mean. Though.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Well, back then I feel like there was no one else doing it, and he did that steadily for like a good amount of time, and then all of a sudden people could start doing it like way later.
Yeah.
What's sick is like, you know, like there's like Reynolds in the frontside flip.
The barley grind.
And it's not like the Reynolds flip.
That's true.
You know, it's
That's
like
true.
Dude, Matt B, it's the Bennett grind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That's sick. And then you started seeing like, you would see it rarely, and then all of a sudden like Darrell would
Oh,
do
yeah.
one, and then like someone else would do them, and now it's like every single kid sponsor me tape. It's like big spin Bennett grind, or like full cab Bennett grind. I'm like,
is there another name
Happy.
for it? Does anybody else? Do they call it anything else?
like a backside barley.
Yeah, back to Barley.
I've never heard
Back
that,
when he
but-
switched
I've
back
never heard
Smith.
that either.
Yeah.
You never know what the kids are calling shit these days. You know, they could be calling it something
Give it
else.
just, completely different name.
Yeah, the Raj grind.
No.
I would love to see that. That'd be sick.
What is it?
Yeah, what would that be, Ryan?
We're renaming the Bennett grind, the Raj grind.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
Matt
Bennett-
B about that.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. The Raj grind.
Yep.
So you're fully on. You're filming for Good and Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how long did that video take to film? About a year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think exactly a year. Like
Okay.
I think the premiere was like right after my 19th birthday. So I got on my 18th birthday.
How
So I
did
just
you
filmed that.
feel at the premiere? Your first video part in front of like an audience. It's nerve wracking shit. I mean,
Yeah.
did you feel any?
I think I was confident enough to
Okay.
like put something out. I think I was just more stoked to be involved and like be part of such a like epic crew. Dude.
Yeah.
And a toy machine video. There hadn't been one
Seriously?
since Jump Off a Building. So I was
It was
just
like
like
8 years, right?
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, I can't believe like I'm part of this.
Yeah.
But like the whole editing process, like just being involved, like seeing everyone's parts, and like we were all just such a tight crew.
That's dope.
And just skating every day
That's
with
dope.
each other, seeing the shit Diego gets in the streets, and then seeing it on the timeline and being like, dude, this is fucking sick.
Did he have the last part? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
Diego had last part in that.
So the video was a hit. It was a success. So you guys had amazing parts. And then did you guys immediately start filming for something else? Or
I don't know, it was just constant filming.
who are
Like,
you?
It was like 4 years between that and Suffer the Joy, right?
No, it was 2 years.
Oh, it was
I think.
2006 it came out?
Yeah.
Did that video part like get you connections to getting other sponsors at all, or?
Yeah, so like in the middle of filming Good and Evil, I was on America Flow, and I remember going into Soltech and showing them my footage with Ed and Kevin, and was like, hey, like, am I gonna get on America? And it was kind of like, not right now. Not right now. Like, it's
Yeah.
just not gonna happen.
Huh.
And I was just like, cool. Like, I'm just gonna keep skating.
Okay.
And that was like my Good and Evil part that I'd showed them. So it was like maybe a couple weeks later, I get this phone call from Jeff Rowley, and I'm like, "Is this really him?"
I thought somebody was pranking you.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was just a friend of mine being like, "Hey, it's Jeff Rowley. Why don't you drive for Vans?" I'm like, "Fuck, really?" So then I called Ed immediately, and he's like, "I ride for America. I love America, and I know that you do too. But this opportunity is like something so special."
Totally.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like pretty much wanting to take you under his wing and just like give you this
Wow.
path
Jeez.
into like Vans.
It's amazing.
I was like, let's do this. So like sat down and like straight up just right into like a contract. Like I got paid from Vans like as an early am
Oh, damn.
and
Wow.
hadn't even like put out Good and Evil yet. So I was like, I think it was like $500 a month. So I was just like sick, like quit my job at Active and just,
Right
like,
away. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was still living at home, so I was just like gonna just focus on filming. This
And
is
Good and
it.
Evil was coming out and you weren't even wearing Vans. So you were signing before
In the middle,
it was even.
Well, and if you look at that part, like I'm wearing Americas, and then
Okay.
I'm wearing like throughout the end of it, like with all like the tricks I was filming towards the end, with
Yeah.
all Vans.
Okay.
But you were
Okay.
skating mostly like the bulkier Vans back then, right? Or were you skating like?
I was skating. It was like the Rolly Slims.
Oh, okay. But they still were still pretty thick, weren't they?
Those were pretty slim,
Really? I can't
those are kind of
remember.
low.
but like every now and then I'd skate like Cardiel shoe, like the Estio, I think it was called.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like right after I got on, they're like, cool, you're gonna go on this trip. And it was like another like experience like King of the Road, the first one, like starstruck. This one was fucking crazy. It was like Jeff, Dolan, Trujillo,
Holy
Cab,
shit.
Seranzini, Scott Kane, TK, and it was from Vancouver to Montreal.
Holy
And it was
shit.
like, it was so cool. Like it was just demo tour and like street skating a little bit here and there.
You guys stop at Saskatoon?
or
where?
Regina.
Dude,
Saskatoon. No, you didn't go through. I mean, that's a lot. That's across the whole. I mean, you're talking mountains.
We didn't
and-
drive the whole
Oh,
thing. though.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was like flew into Vancouver and then we
kept hopping over.
Yeah, it was like
hopping
took a
around.
flight to like Edmonton, then drove to like, Calgary, and then flew from Calgary to Toronto. And then
Okay.
did the rest of
I was
it.
gonna say that's a hell of a drive.
Yeah, but it was a hell of a trip. It was so sick. Like, I was sharing a room with Jeff too. I was just like,
Okay.
this is. like 2 years ago, I was like at the shop bugging the shit out of these dudes. Like, when's Sorry coming out? I know it's coming out. Like, and just wanted to see that video. And then all of a sudden, I'm like sharing a room with them. I'm like, this is so insane.
No spoons or anything either. That's a clean, nice trip.
Yeah, no spoons. Yeah, dude, on that tour was so gnarly. We end up in this like Ashland, Oregon, and we go to some like, this is the role model days.
The role model, okay, yeah.
And we end up at some dude's house, and it's like this backyard, like full on boxing ring.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
And these dudes are like boxing, wrestling, like doing weird shit. Everyone's drinking, partying, doing drugs. I'm like in the van, terrified, like just sitting in the van trying to sleep. All of a sudden, they all like pile in the van. We gotta go. I'm like, the fuck is going on? One dude got hit in the fucking face with a frying pan, split his whole face open.
Whoa.
So like Neil's driving to the hospital and like get to the hospital and like everyone's hanging out of the van, drinking beers, whatever. Dude comes out later, like all stitched up, gets in the van, we drive off. Neil gets pulled over by a cop and like talks his way out of like DUI.
Holy
and it's like, we get on the road and then it's like, go to a hotel and like dude's getting hookers. I'm just like,
dude, for a little kid,
I'm 15 at this point seeing this, and I'm just like, to go from that to writing for Toy Machine and like Neil to Ed, I was just like, wow, this is a fucking cakewalk. This is amazing. So everything from there on was up.
Uphill, yeah.
Just to see that, I was just like, this is a good example of like, I loved every dude on the team. They were so awesome and like took me in and like made sure like they looked after me, but like they had all their own issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good example of seeing something that I definitely didn't want to pursue.
Well, that's great though, because imagine if you had gotten immersed in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
Probably,
a whole different path.
Totally.
Yeah. So you made the right. You took the right fork in the road. Let me tell you. So you're on vans, you're on Toy Machine, you're going on these tours, you're killing it.
You're
killing it.
Like,
Switch
stoked.
trays are on point
that's
now.
around like, I think right when I got on Toy Machine, I learned how to switch.
Why the switch tray? You just like you gravitated. I mean, everything was
easier. It's easier for me than the regular tray
That's
flip.
crazy.
And like I could probably regular tray flip like a 5-stair. And I'd
That's it.
I'd have to try. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Like really try. Like switch tray. Like I feel like if I can ollie it or if I can like project myself, I'm like I can switch tray there.
Okay.
It looks like you mastered the art of like just being able to catch it right.
Yeah, being able to bail it right.
Being able to bail it.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for sure.
There's little tweaks that happen. Like if I change my board, like size, wheelbase, it like throw me off for a second.
Oh, for sure.
And like you know, I did this little thing with Welcome for a second. They did a guest board with me, and like they're shape boards, but like I couldn't skate the shape board.
You couldn't shape.
It took away the switch tray for a second, and it freaked me out. I was like, oh god, no! Like I can't. This is the one I cannot lose. So like that's why like that board's like somewhat of a popsicle, but not.
Yeah.
And I'm not skating. I never like really rode for them. It was just kind of like a
homie thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like Jason was super cool, and all those dudes over there were rad, and they're like, yeah, let's do something.
Sick.
Let's just do something. And I was like, awesome.
For somebody watching out there,
How do you switch tray?
how do you? Yeah. Do you have a trick, like a tip?
Yeah.
For the switch tray.
I just pop off the tail, which is like people are like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh, you do.
yeah, and that's the only switch trick I do off the tail, which is super weird. Like,
Why did you get into doing that?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
It's just
felt
felt
better.
comfortable and like
Okay.
maybe because I felt like sounds weird, like my board rolling forward, so my nose should be in front. But it's different for me if I'm doing a fakie flip. I'm popping off the tail.
Right.
But when
Yeah,
you're
it
doing
makes
like a-
no sense. I think it's just the way that the board rotates and how it feels.
What about your
size-
trucks? Like your trucks.
He
like,
rides his trucks backwards. So what do you mean his trucks? What do
Hey,
you
you know
mean?
what's
No,
really
your
funny
trucks.
is I put my trucks on backwards at Damn Am once.
Really?
Fucking walked up the ramp and dropped in and just like died.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
awesome.
Lean left, went right.
Dude, yeah, I had them fully like,
Both of them.
but yeah, this shit was wrong direction.
Sometimes I post an Instagram on my board when I put a truck on backwards just to see if people see it. Yeah.
Do they notice?
Totally. They know. I get comments like, your
I didn't
truck's on
notice at all.
backwards.
Just dropped right in.
I didn't know either until he told me. And I was like, oh, wow. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
But that's
Just have a freshie.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing, dude. And then you had to go back and
and then
your
change.
trucks
Yeah.
back on.
Left
Did anyone else
down.
notice, or were you like, oh, I gotta?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
this
someone
guy
pointed
can't
it out.
skate.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like,
Both trucks.
I was just super stoned, honestly. And it was like that was like way early on for me smoking weed. I was like
Okay.
19.
And you
or
worked at a
something.
shop for years too.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting together boards.
Yeah.
Who knows how many boards out there you put on backwards?
No, I never fucked him with board ups. I think it was a true like just stoner moment where I was just like, dude, setting this board up sick, and it just was like, wow, this is
Both trucks.
yeah.
That's sick.
That's incredible.
So jacked.
Yeah,
It's
it's
incredible.
impressive.
Wow. So switch trays, back foot in the pocket on the very tip on the side, or how? What's
Yeah, it's
your?
like it's not fully in the pocket. It's not
No.
fully on the tail. It's like that little edge, and then
yeah.
that front foot just like slightly angled.
yeah.
And then it's just like the motion. I don't know. And then the curl. You got to curl your foot.
Yeah.
Curl.
The back
Like
foot.
the back
Oh, like
foot.
sweep,
So-
like a sweeping curl,
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Your
and
front
then-
foot
and
is
then
like guides
front,
it, huh?
front foot is the catch.
Yeah.
And if you know it's coming around, then it's like it's right there. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Well, like if you watch it, it looks like you can understand. I can't understand it. It's trick so hard.
Yeah, you do like a normal tray.
Yeah, but like you have it down to a science in a weird way. And like watched your other parts, like your tray flips, you do it a different way. Than
It's totally
your-
different.
Wholly different.
It's
way.
like a pop,
and the switch is like a scoop.
scoop, and like take it distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size board are you riding?
I was on like 8.5 for a long time. And I
shit.
went down to like 8.4, and then recently went down to like all the way to 8.25.
Oh, wow.
Because like I noticed like flip tricks were like just not how I had them.
Okay.
So then 8.25, and I was like, holy shit, like this feels good again.
Feels good. Yeah. You
kinda
should
like,
go down to 775.
Oh, I'm good.
No, yeah. Okay.
That's like Billy.
Freestyle.
We were talking about Billy's pops. Dude, he would skate like 7. Dude, I thought it was like 7.4.
7.4.
7.4, 7.5.
With like the tightest trucks ever.
tightest
known.
trucks, some small, tiny, like
Jeez.
129s. I don't know. But he's a little dude.
Is he a little dude?
Billy?
I don't remember him being a little dude.
Billy's tiny.
Is he?
Yeah.
He did big shit though.
Yeah,
That's
he could
it.
jump down some shit.
Did you break a lot of boards?
Not really. I never really
Bolts. He's landing
Yeah.
bolts.
I think I focused more boards than I broke them.
Oh.
Just I had
They had a little temper, huh?
for sure.
Yeah. Now, the temper, was it just like, would you try a couple tries and was it an instant temper, or was it like a frustration?
Oh, it was frustration of like, dude, I know I can do this, I can't do it.
Like after like an hour, or was it quick?
No, it
quick
could happen quick, or you just fucking just snap at some point.
Okay.
Yeah,
And snap your board.
yeah, I definitely went through some boards. just focus them and put another one on.
It feels good though when you focus it. You know what I mean? Like it just releases all that.
And then you're like, fuck.
I gotta
Yeah,
slide
I know.
out.
Why
Why'd I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a different thought process when you're trying something really big compared to like?
If it's not just an ollie, like it's just straight for it, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even bother ollieing it.
Would you get mad at like skating big shit a lot?
I never really skated like massive shit.
When you were younger, you skated like
You
switch
jumped in
trade,
big
Carlsbad Gap, and
Yeah,
like,
but
Bro,
That-
the one at Cherry Park.
Frontside hail, big.
Oh, Bigsman Hill Cherry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go back for that one a couple
did
times.
you?
That
No,
one
that
was
was-
like pretty hard.
That was like in the middle of your part too. It's kind
Yeah.
of sprinkled.
Well, that gap's long.
yeah,
It's a long gap.
huge.
David Gonzalez trying to back 3 it that day.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And so I tried it that day and didn't do it. And then went back with like Barnett. And yeah, it just worked. It was just, that gap's hard. Going
Yeah.
Right off the corner.
And you got to like really quick.
I couldn't switch tray. I tried to switch tray.
Did you?
Ben Fisher did it.
Oh, Ben Fisher
Yeah.
switched
There's,
tray.
there's so many things like that. Like I've tried to switch tray and just like weird little things about it just don't let me get it.
Don't let you get anything that you regret not getting the
Yeah,
switch tray.
for sure. Wallenberg.
Whoa.
I tried during that
Huh?
back to the bird contest, and like I've like talked about it before. Like Phelps, every time I see him, he's like, "Psh, "You fucking blew it." He's right there.
What happened? Did you
Yeah,
stick
you
with
had
I
it?
saw Phelps like not too long ago. And he was just like,
Wallenberg's still there.
Phelps, "What do you say?" It was like David Gonzalez or someone was like standing right next to me, and he's like, "Fucking David Gonzalez, fucking Sodi, skater of the year. Could have been you if you fucking switched straight for Wahlberg, you pussy."
Yeah,
like, said some shit
right.
like that. And I was just like, damn.
Wow.
I don't think I would ever been Sodi, but
That's nice of him to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like one that like I'm 32. I'm not not that old. I feel like I could
You
go
could
there.
go-
and
you could do
I
it.
just need to like I need to skate more first, and then go there and just
Get
like
the roll in.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the roll-in switch and
I've been
everything.
thinking trying to like get someone on Vans like Tyson or someone to like be like, hey, I want to skate Wallenberg, and be like, hey, we'll go out there with you.
Yeah. Would you
So,
do any
like-
training beforehand would you be like, oh, let me go to a couple gaps or stairs and
I don't think it's even that. I have the timing down in my
Okay.
head. It's just
Okay.
like I think physical, like how long would it take me?
Right,
and could I
right.
last?
how close did you get?
I had it like pretty much bailed it this far from the
No,
ground
3 feet from the ground.
and cleared it, and just was like, I fucking hate that.
But there's a lot of people there too watching.
I went there like 2 months ago and looked at it again. I'm like, "Gah, I gotta get up here.
Did it look
And
bigger or smaller when you went back?
It's the same.
Same.
Yeah, it's big.
Sometimes shit gets bigger, you know.
Dude, the
older you
Carlsbad Gap. When I went there, I thought it'd be smaller for some reason. That shit was big, dude.
Yeah, that was like a shocker. Like I went like I ollied it when I was younger. Mm-hmm. It was in like I don't know, I was like 15 or something when I ollied it, and then when I went back, we were randomly skating down there, and I was like, oh yeah, like I want to go check it out, and it was like filming for early on filming for Stuff for the Joy, and I did like a street grab tuck knee.
Yeah.
Did one of those down it, and then I was like, I'll try switch tray flip it. And I got like 3 or 4 tries in, and we got kicked out. I was
Oh.
with like Humphreys and I think Barnett and a couple other dudes. And then I think time went by, and I just was like, let's go. Like, I just want to go fucking switch tray this thing. And we went. It was like Burnett and Krolik.
Oh, sick.
And Trapasso.
No way.
Yeah, so we all just like went down there, got there, and dude, this is so crazy. Like, I would not do this now. Like, set up a fucking Christmas complete, pretty much. Brand new shoes.
Whoa.
And like went and switched tray flip.
How
It
many
was, like,
tries?
I think it was maybe like this 5th or 6th try or
Holy
under
shit.
10.
Wow.
But it was the first one I landed on. I rolled away, and I was like, I'm like, still hold this to me. Like, I wanted to take the pathway. Why'd I go in the grass? I just fucking just lost, like, I think a blackout. Yeah, it's full blackout, and just like rolled away, and then like was like, fuck. Woo! Yeah, all right. And then Trapasso rolls up and hard flipped it perfect right behind me. So yeah, it was
Everybody goes in the grass, though.
yeah,
Not everyone.
I want to take
but
that.
Most of everybody.
Totally,
most
yeah.
everybody.
Well, I was trip on was like the ground looked like it was uphill, or it was uphill.
It was uphill.
But you didn't look like you were fighting that. It looked like it was so smooth and easy for you. But every time you watch footage of it, everyone like struggles when they land. Just because they're
It's like
going
in a
uphill.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was just like I was doing them so much at that time that it was just like just habit.
Yeah.
Just like boom. All right. Yep.
Switch
I don't know.
tray.
It was just it's one of those tricks. It's like nose grind. You get
Yeah.
fucking nose grind.
Yeah. But it's rad, too, because...
Fakey tray flip, fakey manual. On literally the highest thing ever, like this table, right? You did
That's-
fakey tray flip, fakey manual.
Yeah.
But that's luck, though. That wasn't... that wasn't
Skill.
How long?
Skill,
How long did it take you to do
yes.
that?
Like 2 hours.
So, well, let's get into the Suffer the Joy and filming for that video, too. Because that was, you said, a couple years after Good and Evil
Yeah.
came out. And so you went starting on this new Suffer the Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and you
that
were
was-
living still in Corona at the time.
up until like it was like I was still living at home in Marietta.
Okay.
Up until like right after Good and Evil, and then I think I was getting like $500 a month from like Vans.
Oh, yeah.
And just I think a little bit of help from Toy Machine.
Okay.
So I hit up Billy, and I'm like, dude, like let me move in. I'm just trying to like get out of this zone and just like
There you
focus on
go.
filming. So moved in with Billy, and like just that was fucking crazy. It was just like, did you ever go there and
No, it seemed like a bunch of beer pong and
beer
like
pong, like
Yeah.
skate house? Just
Was he...
Billy
yeah, like-
balls.
yeah, was he doing Billy's balls at the time?
that's kind of when it started.
Oh,
right
yeah?
around that zone.
Okay.
yeah. So we had like Terrell Robinson like crashing at the house, and then it was like me and Billy. Matt B was around a bunch. We had like parties all the time, just like it was good times. It was
Full
just, like,
skate house.
Full skate house,
Yeah.
just like straight out of high school, just like living like this random dream that I don't know where it's going, but this is sick. I'm just gonna run with it. And Yeah, so I lived at Billy's only for like 6 months, and then I moved,
okay.
and then I moved to Long Beach.
You were kind of closer to like Toy Machine and Ed and everything, right?
Yeah,
Ed
and Ed was in Huntington.
Huntington.
He always has
Still
been,
the
so-
same. It's close though.
Yeah,
Closer than
super close. So
Corona.
yeah, from there just film with Kevin a bunch, and it was like I think halfway into like filming for Suffer the Joy, I like went on this Vans trip to Australia.
Oh, sick.
And they brought this kid Nick Trapasso.
Okay.
And I was just like, dude, you are unbelievable.
He's
like,
huge.
Yeah, he's
so
on
at that
language.
point, it was like bootleg had just fallen off, and like he was like in limbo. Like I think he was riding Santa Cruz boards,
Oh, wow.
but he was on this Vans trip, and he nollie flipped that 13, like the one that Dolan, right, kickflip back 50, the steep
Oh yeah,
circle one.
yeah.
He nollie flipped those stairs and just did so much stuff on that trip that I was just like, wow, like it'd be sick if he rode for Toy Machine. And like he was just like, kind of like Nick, just whatever.
Yeah.
And so I got back, and then we kept in touch, and he was like living out in Phoenix.
Okay.
He grew up in Phoenix, and then he was coming out, staying with like Darrell or Boosh or whoever else. And I'm like, why don't you come out here and just like skate and film? And then at that point, like I had gotten his sponsor me tape or whatever, and like showed Kevin and some of the dudes, and they're like, hey, he's good, but whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, all right. So we moved in my back room and filmed that stuff for the Joy part in like 6 months. And like, dude, everyone got to see it firsthand.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, this dude is something special.
Yeah.
For sure.
He may be pretty fucking fried sometimes, but for the most part, like it was just young Nick, man. Like this is just like amazing to watch go down in person. Like
Sick.
everything he did like was under 5 tries for sure.
Crazy.
And most of the time, first, second try,
Yeah.
effortless, and just as like carefree.
What happened to Jerpasso? I feel like he came in.
I just skated with him the other day.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
Okay.
we all. He's real good friends with Dan Liu and Andrew Lutheran.
Oh, well, there you go.
And yeah, he's still around. He has a place in Long Beach.
Oh, dope.
He went back to Phoenix for a minute. Then he came back out, but
Okay.
yeah, I think he's just like working normal job. I think he's still doing LE. I don't know if it's still going or not.
Oh.
Dude,
Yeah.
when that video part came out, that like skyrocketed for him.
Those
for
pajama
sure.
Oh, for
pants.
sure.
Yeah, he was the origin. Oh, not the originator, but maybe he's the one that blew that up really hard.
So everything about what he was doing at that time was just so special.
Yeah. So, Suffer the Joy, that video comes out. I mean, are you turning pro?
I turned pro like I think it was like right before Suffer the Joy.
Oh,
came
right
out.
before. Okay.
So like 2006.
Did they do anything like a little surprise, or did you know about it, or did they?
I think I kind of knew what was
Okay.
happening, but there was no like big surprise
No.
like it is today.
Yeah.
Like it was just kind of like, hey, like we're turning you pro. Here's your board. Like, and I remember it was like I wanted to switch tray flip Carlsbad for my first pro ad.
Okay.
And so I told Ed, and I think he like talked to Burnett, and then Phelps hit me up.
Oh,
He was
wow.
like, hey, switch tray Carlsbad contents page. Like it's gonna be in the Skater of the Year issue.
Whoa.
Cole's on the cover. You're gonna get contents page. I'm like, and he's like, we're using it.
Wow.
I'm like, all right. So then I had to go get a pro ad, and then my Toy Machine pro ads that it has that board. That's my first board. That one right there. Yeah.
Part animal, part.
Yeah, that was like the ad,
Toy
and then it was
Machine.
Nolly Nose Grind on Lock and Yada
Oh yeah.
at 11.
Okay.
So
Big things though, man. Turning pro and everything. Getting good little check from Toy Machine, I assume, and then Vans probably bumped your pay up a little bit, huh?
at one point, like in the middle of all that, I can't remember exactly, but like Arto wanted me to ride for Etnies.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, and I sat down with them and just kind of like
Heard
just
it
felt
out.
it out, you
Took
know?
the meeting. Yeah.
And then kind of just took that back to Vans. Was like, I love Vans.
Right.
Like I'm here. Like I don't care if this is more, but I just want to let you guys know I'm staying.
Okay.
And they're like, fuck, we're gonna match whatever they're offering.
Sick.
So, but whatever they're offering was like pro shoe down the line,
Right,
like, bigger
right.
pay, and then they're like, no problem. That's kind of what we have in mind, anyways.
Tight.
There you go.
So like it was like pretty much right after Suffer the Joy, it was like, we're starting Vans Apparel, you and Ave. And I'm like,
Whoa.
all right. So I rode for Split with Billy and Terrell and Pat Rakestraw.
Oh yeah.
Anthony Shetler.
Okay.
Who was the team manager? Brian Young was the team manager.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we did. I did the split thing for a minute, and then just hopped on, did the whole Vans apparel thing.
Just you and Ave.
At first, and then Andrew Allen came in.
Wow,
and then,
that's sick though.
And then I had a pro shoe pretty much come out with my like Vans apparel like pack or whatever.
Yeah.
You had like some flannels or something like that.
Flannels, fucking tie dye shit. Like the tie dye thing was hot.
Yeah.
and I saw it in the royalties, so I was just like, let's keep pumping this.
Different colors.
The shoe ran for like I think like a couple years, and then
you had a tie dye shoe, right?
Yeah.
Did you design the shoe? And
I had involvement.
Okay.
Like it was just kind of like wanted to do something like just different.
Sick.
But I wanted like the silhouette to be like
Okay.
classic. Yeah.
Wow.
And then the dagger or whatever, it was like this. It looked like a dagger, but it was like my initials, JL.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ed did that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, because I hit him up. I'm like, I need like a icon or something. And he's like, how's this? And it was the only thing he sent. I was like, yeah, fuck it.
That's dope.
That's Ed saying this is sick. Like, cool. And then they loved it and ran with it. It was like the zipper. Be like a fucking dagger.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And then like dagger everything. I was just like,
wow.
And then like I'd randomly come across like the real daggers and they'd be like, that's sick.
Oh,
like Dave Duncan or someone would be like, oh, yeah, the fucking dagger.
No way.
Did you ever like trip out going to like a van store and like seeing all your shit?
For sure. I still trip when like kids, like it's almost like, once a week someone will tag me and be like, best shoe ever. And it's like a photo of my shoe that they're still skating. So
That's rad. That's rad.
Like, I'm like, I thought I was the only one left, like holding on to something.
Maybe a reissue of something's coming out. Come on, what are you doing?
I've actually already been like poking around, like it's been.
Oh, there's a shoe right there.
It's been over 10 years.
That's a shoe. Great looking shoe.
Look how fat that thing is.
Wow.
Yeah, the tongue's fat.
Look at that little slimmed down version of that nowadays. Be sick.
Down.
Yeah.
Puffy shoes are back.
I actually think there is a slimmed down version. It's called the Style 112.
Okay.
It has a toe cap. It's more of a rubber toe cap.
Well, listen, I'm going to talk to somebody down there at Vans. We'll get this going. Get this going.
I work there. I don't know if they're trying to push my.
I'm still going to talk to somebody. Okay.
Who would you talk to someone like that? Who's the TMs down there?
The team manager?
Yeah.
Oh, Matt B's. Matt B's the team manager.
Is he like the head? He's like the head team manager.
He's our global team manager for Vanskate.
I'll give him a call.
But I don't think it's up to B.
No?
Yeah, I think it goes up to like product.
Oh.
Marketing, whatever.
Okay. I'll look in the phone book and get some numbers and then talk to him.
Those are my homies. Like I know all those guys. Like they're not the same people that worked on that shoe with me that work there anymore. Like John Warren actually helped me with this or worked on this shoe, and like
Jack Warren's brother.
They were just like rad dudes. This dude Neil Shoemaker, he's still at Vans. Awesome. It was I think right when he Shoemaker.
Shoemaker.
I think it was right when he came in. He was like helping with it. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool group of dudes hooked me up.
Sick, dude. Well, we'll get into the whole because you work for Vans now, right? So, what's your job? What do you do? You're the like a scout or something, huh?
I'm now a talent scout for.
That's amazing.
It sounds. I took it off my email.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I was like, talent scout sounds
creepy,
sporty,
like sporty. Yeah, and like. I'm just a skate rat.
Yeah.
Like, and I just fell into this like job in this corporate world, and I would rather just be like Vans skateboarding. Like if you know Vans and you know me, then you know what I'm doing.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
So
right.
Talent Scout thing's like a funny title, but I did like events and promotions.
Okay.
Under Steve Van Dorn for the past 3 years.
Let me go back real quick because in the Suffer the Joy, all this stuff, Vans, shoes, and everything. There was like a photo that got leaked.
Yeah.
Right. It was you in the shower taking a selfie, nude.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a boner. Sudsed up.
What?
Suds McKenzie.
First of all, taking your phone in the showers is great, right? I've never
risky.
done that. Yeah. But what was the story behind this? You had a girlfriend at the time or something? You were sending her a photo?
Wasn't my girlfriend.
No.
I had just broken up with my like long-term girlfriend at home. Like went on this toy machine trip. super hot chick, exchanging photos with me, and she's like, yeah, send me one. So I sent her that one.
Okay.
And went back from the trip and got back with my ex, and like in social media, you can just see what everyone's doing at all times.
Totally.
You know? So,
and this is what this is like the break of social media.
yeah,
Instagram,
like early
just,
Instagram. So then all of a sudden, she, noticed that I was just like,
back with your ex,
and she was like, well, I'm gonna send this out.
Oh.
and how did she know where to send it? Did she know like skate stuff or?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she had skate buddies. And
Okay.
they loved that. And then that just ended up going out to like, it went from one person to the next to the next. And then it was like on Tumblr, Slap message boards, fucking went nuts with it.
I'm sure.
And I was freaking out. I was just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then before this, like before it hit the viral moment,
okay.
I'm in the van and Sinclair is like, yo, like, Johnny. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say right now. And he's like,
Wow.
what the fuck? What the fuck, Johnny?
Holy shit.
And I'm like, I don't even know what to say. Like, fuck, this is fucked up.
Damn.
Dude.
So I was panicking. And it
bet.
was like within like 2-3 weeks of that coming out, this guy gives me a call.
Yeah. Yeah. Raj
like-
called. You work for a
I work for skateboarder now.
skateboarder. Yeah.
I'm like, you need to nip this in the butt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, dude, own it. And I'm like, well, kind of have to. It is for sure me.
It's
me, tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just be like, I don't know that guy.
lesson to everybody out there: don't put your face in it.
Nah, no faces.
Yeah. Right. So you handled it like a champ. You handled it really well.
I think everyone maybe saw a handle like a champ, but just deep down inside, I was just like, it was eating me alive.
I'm sure it was. But you, like you said, you nipped it in the bud. You did this thing with skateboarder.
Like I said, the internet never forgets anything.
That's true. That's true.
So
Right.
it's like still out there. You could still.
Yeah. A little harder to find now, but it's still.
Oh, it's pretty easy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Google my name. That's all you gotta do. But Google's kind of been on my side, so it's like I've been like,
they're
every now and then I'll be like, I'll just Google my name and be like, fuck, it's still there.
Okay.
Go on it and flag, and then it's like, search engine, or you need to give them the URL and like where it's at, screenshot, and I'm just like, oh god.
Wow.
But yeah,
A lot of work.
sent it off. They returned my email and were like, yeah, we're gonna get it removed. So it's been taken off a couple like sites, but it's still, you could still go on there and see like photos from Dakota's pro party where I walk in and
Have a
it's
giant
like,
printout.
Yeah.
it's fucking huge on the wall.
God.
And I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm never gonna get away from this.
Right.
So there's photos of me holding Dakota up to my photo of my dick.
With that in the back.
It's kind of amazing, but also very like just vulgar.
Yeah.
Right. Now, when that happened, you're back with your ex-girlfriend. I mean, now, did that cause a riff in that relationship as well? Because
it fucking ended everything.
it ended, seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it cut that off, and then it also like, made it, I didn't know how people viewed me in skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like this guy, and it's just like, dude, just because my dick's out there with my face doesn't mean I know damn well every one of you guys are doing it. I'm not the only one. Like, so it's just because of like shit. It was a viral moment of a skateboarder that everyone's like,
Right.
You can switch trade, but you see his naked photo?
But I mean, like, did you talk to the girl who had leaked it? Did you call her? Or like,
Yeah,
what was
I think I hit her up and was like,
Yo.
yeah, it's fucked up. And
Right.
I was just like ghosted.
Damn.
Just, yeah, I never.
What a vindictive thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, damn, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up.
Shit
And skateboarding is such a small community,
real tight.
that thing will
Travel fast.
travel fast. Yeah.
Right. It sounded like your friends were having a good time with this.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it was actually Billy.
Oh, I'm sure
He was like, wow, like
Share.
share, but like
But what did even Ed?
he was doing. Billy was more like Ed was stoked for sure. Like and like everyone around was just like, this is awesome. We're gonna fuck with you about this forever.
I mean, like you got a board graphic.
Yeah, so it turned into a whole selfie series.
Okay.
And that was just another part of like kind of just owning it.
Right.
But yeah, Billy started making like little like gifts, and like there's like one of like there's like a Nirvana baby one, like the cover from Nevermind.
Yeah. Right.
There's like one with like Shamu, and I'm like on Shamu's shoulders or something. There's a Superman one. There's like so many random ones.
I know Raj had it on his screensaver on his computer.
For years.
But didn't you say, Raj, you were trying to make it into a board or something?
No, I wanted to, after we did the what's the story piece, whatever, I wanted to get it printed on wood and give it to him as a gift, but the print place wouldn't do it.
Sorry, sir.
Well, like I said, man, you know, I know deep down inside you were freaking out, but you did handle it like a champ, and
Also like it kind of fucked my image up in skateboarding.
Yeah, but also too, like I think it helped. It propelled.
It kind of rode off that.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just one of those things that just fucking didn't think.
Like I said, lessened all those people out there. You know, Kelly, don't put your face in any of these photos you're sending out. Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks, Chris.
No worries. Dude. Just looking out for you. You know, just looking out.
I think we're on a pretty sweet filming trip, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we stopped in a shop, whatever. And like, I saw that board on the wall. I'm like, I have to have that. And I got a board from someone. It might have been Kenny or someone.
And traded it.
And traded. And they're like, why are you getting that board? I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like, I have to have this.
So after that, then was, but you also did what? Brainwash.
Yeah.
That was a video too.
Yeah.
So you did 3 videos total for Toy Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
3 videos. How long were you on Toy Machine?
2004 to like 2014.
It's a long run.
Yeah, not bad.
And what happened though? Because
Yeah,
all of a sudden,
got the plug pulled.
why? What was going on over there?
Not putting out enough nude photos.
Yeah, what was going? Yeah.
Just not enough photos in the mag, not enough content.
Okay.
But I was filming for Propeller. I was filming for
the
that
Vans video.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
So that was like my next like big project that I was going to put out.
Okay.
And, it was like the same week. I remember like my daughter was 3 months old.
Wow.
And like they'd warned me like leading up to it, like, hey, like got to start producing more.
But you're in the middle of filming this huge Vans video.
For sure.
Yeah.
And like I thought like I had a lot of stuff and like quality shit.
Right.
And just Vans brought me in. They just were like, we can't re-sign your contract.
Oh,
you're not gonna be part of the video.
Oh, seriously?
And I had been filming Greg like a lot and Cody Green.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck, dude. But they were like, we're gonna try and work it out for you. We know like cutting you off right now. You just had a kid. Like,
yes,
shit's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They hooked me up like 6 months like severance pay.
Oh,
Just
that's
like,
amazing.
Hey, like we're gonna try and help you out. Like,
right.
Figure out where you're going. You want to ride for another shoe company? Mm-hmm. Need to find another. At this point, like I hadn't got kicked off Toy Machine yet.
Okay.
So 2 days later.
2 days later.
Yeah, like call from Ed, and he's just like, hey, and they didn't know that Vans had just told me to. So I went over to Kevin Barnett's, and it was like me, Kevin, Ed. That was it. And they're like, yeah, you're not on the team anymore. I was like,
holy shit.
Wait, why?
Like,
Why?
maybe just like Blake and Jeremy and like dudes coming in. Like,
But you're still a young dude though.
and Dan Lou. Yeah, at that point.
Yeah,
like, but
26, 27 maybe?
yeah, I think I was 20. I was 28.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still though, that's, yeah.
Yeah, they were just like, yeah, we're gonna take your board away.
Oh,
and I was like, okay. And then like, you're like off the team, like you're not
Dude.
on the team anymore. And I was just like, all right. And I think I just was like so like taken back from it that I was just like, all right, I get it.
Wow.
And didn't like argue it or anything. I was just like, fuck, all right. So like was like, dude, like, do I go out and find another board sponsor? And I just
right.
never really did. And then with Vans, like I was getting paid just like a little bit a month. And I knew like 6 months from now, I'm going to be
gone.
like dry. And
Right.
it was like just skimming by. Like,
It's
and
weird.
also having like a 3-month-old, like I was like, fuck, I got to figure out like a real time, like real gig.
Yeah.
Because like skateboarding, it's like, I hit like a peak where it was like, I was making a lot of money, like with Vans, like with the apparel and the shoe. And then it slowly downhill, like just started getting less and less and less to the
Right.
point where I was like, how am I ever going to make it back up there
Yeah.
to like make enough to take care of my family?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's when I was just like, I was like just zoned out.
I bet.
Just like, fuck, I don't know what to do.
It's a shock. 2 days, 2 days apart.
But I was sitting on all that footage for Propeller.
So they gave you the footage.
Greg Hunt was awesome. I was like, can I do something with this? He's like, it's all yours. Do whatever you want to do. If you're going somewhere else, just let me know.
Okay.
And I didn't send it to anyone.
Why?
Dude, honestly, like, I fucking love Vans.
Yeah.
And like what Vans is all about. And like, I'd been there for so long. There's no way I'm going to go like, go to Nike or go to whoever.
What about a board company though?
At the same time, like I knew that like, even I went and rode for another board company, like,
would it be the same?
You're not going to get paid from a board company.
Yeah.
And like, I was lucky enough, like getting paid from Toy Machine at that point.
Okay.
So I held on to it and was like, you know what, mate, I'll just put this out one day.
Okay.
But I didn't shop myself around. Like I didn't like try and pursue like skating as a pro.
Okay.
I was just like, maybe I'll just skate and like enjoy it and like, and just be the skate rat I am. And it was like halfway, like it was like 3 months later, I was like, just started like asking around like, hey, if anyone like has a job for me in skateboarding, like that's all I know.
Right.
I never went to college. Like all I knew is skating.
Yeah.
So, I'm like at dinner one night in Huntington, like with my lady and our daughter, and we're sitting down and I look across, I'm like, I know this guy. I walk up and it's this guy, Chopper Dave, and he runs House of Vans in Brooklyn. And I'm like, what are you doing out here? And he's just like, oh, what up? And start talking, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like crazy shit's happened. And he's like, what, you're not on the team anymore?
Oh, wow.
Like, nah. He's like, I was like, if there's anything like, so I was willing to like move to New York to work at House of Vans. Like, I was about to take anything I could.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you know what? There's something brewing. Just like, let me get back to you and like figure this out. So like time went on and I'm just like, still just like trying to see where I can go.
Yeah. Cause you didn't know if that was going to come through. So,
and then he hit me up and was like, hey, got a job interview for you if you're interested.
Ooh.
And it was like me, Chopper, and Steve Van Doren's daughter, Christy.
Okay.
And sat down at lunch and they're like, you're the man for the job. Like, we want you to be this like grassroots events and promotions like person for the West Coast.
Oh.
And I was like, great. Sign me up.
So what do I do?
That's awesome.
So I just hopped in there and it was like first like contracted work, just kind of helping out with events and stuff.
Okay.
And then they brought me on and I did events and promotions at Vans, like grassroots
Sick.
events, kind of just like little pop-up events in skate parks and
Were you planning the events?
just like coordinating. Just, and yeah, they gave me some budget to like start kind of like this little flow program of just like shop kids and whoever else that was like rad.
Who caught your eye?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Leading up to this, like I always had this thing about like, fuck, like this kid's sick. Like Trapasso, like let's hook him up. Like Daniel Lutheran, like I skated with him in Albuquerque and was like, dude, come out, stay with me anytime. And Danley was another one, like came out and stayed and got him on toy and then like kept poking the dudes at Vans, like get this dude on. So that worked. And then so I was like, I kind of feel like I got the eye to see like you know, talent or whatever. So it started like, you know, this flow team of like all these different kids and shops like on the West Coast and then a couple on the East Coast. And we had this this guy Brad Wyatt, and he worked at a House of Vans and he did what I did on the East Coast.
Okay.
So we'd work back and forth and we had our little team. It was Chopper and me and Brad.
Okay.
And yeah, so like time goes by and like Brad was like, there's this kid in Florida, he's super sick, like, and so he had moved to Long Beach and I was like, oh, like start hooking him up. And it ended up being this kid Tyson Peterson.
Oh wow.
So, you know, a little bit of time goes by and then all of a sudden like Tyson's just blowing up. Got him on the like Thrasher like pro skate tour in the summer and he fucking blew everyone's mind.
Sick.
So then it was like cool, and then he got bumped up to like global flow, which means like Matt B and those dudes. So they were like, hey, you know what, like this is kind of a cool like program to like a path to pro.
There you go.
So it's like from flow to pro. And Tyson's not pro yet, but god damn, he is
skates
unbelievable.
like one.
Seriously.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, Tyson's well on his way, and now he's a global Vans amateur with his own colorway of the Ultra Range coming out.
That's
Nice.
sick.
So I was like, cool, let's keep this program going. So I find like a couple more kids I'm stoked on, and then it's like Roman and Cedric. They read for Furnace, I read for Furnace, and that was like easy one. I'm like, you kids are sick. Like, can I give you shoes? And then Roman just won that Adidas
The Y
ramp. Yeah, the Y ramp contest.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
So it's like our program's working, and I'm like, sick. This is dope. But I'm still doing events and promotions, and it's still like, hey, I can only give you like 4 pairs of shoes a month, but like, trying to help you guys.
Yeah.
And then so I started like reaching out to random kids on Instagram, and I was
Sick.
like, hey, like, stoked when you're skating. But a lot of kids were coming to me because I started like,
Ooh, the DMs were filling up.
well, yeah, it's because everyone that I was sending shoes to would like tag me in the post, and then everyone's seeing that, so
figure
it
it out,
flooded.
Right.
So I started like, just trying to figure it out, like which dudes I'm stoked on, or I'd stick to this, like, no shitheads.
No
Like,
shitheads.
I want kids that appreciate it and like are like driven and like hungry, and like that's the kid that's gonna get through everything and like rise to the top.
Absolutely.
So there's this one, and I'm so psyched. And this kid is one of my favorites now, and Tyson too, like for sure. But this kid from South Florida, and I'm just like, I was telling the team dudes, I'm like, there's this kid Pedro Delfino,
Okay.
like, and he's insane. Like he's from what I see, like on and off the board winner.
Sick.
And they're
That's
like,
awesome.
sick, like, keep it going.
That's amazing.
And it's like a little time later, dude gets the cover Thrasher out of nowhere with that board slide.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, here we go.
okay.
So like, he gets on this trip to Austin, Texas for that deathmatch thing recently. And he had already gotten like the Sodi trip with Foy because he's like real tight with their whole crew. He's Florida. And he fucking blew everyone's mind. And now he's like well on his way to like getting on the team. I think he's still Flow right now.
Okay.
But he's been around. He skated Park Series, and I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
And then he's like, he had this kind of like viral moment, but it was like a collision at Spot at Skate Park Tampa. Remember
that
the
was-
doorway one?
Oh, that was
Two
good.
dudes knocked themselves out.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
So like, I didn't realize that until like after like getting to know him a little bit.
Right.
But he's a fucking savage, and his sister is amazing, like ripping.
Oh,
like,
skater
yeah,
too.
So yeah, she's like, I hook her up as well.
No
And
way.
She's like one of like our we're stoked on her.
Must be cool too to like help these kids and bring them up.
It's great.
I
I don't know. I've always been like a person who wants to like give opportunity to the people that deserve it.
for sure.
And
for sure.
so Vans took notice to that, and they did this whole reorganization, and they're like, we want you to be the talent scout.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to just find our like rising
generation,
stars,
yeah.
our future of the brand. And
Okay.
so for North America, I do all like the flow and talent scouting. And
Wow.
so I'm going around to all the AM contests now, and I'm watching every single sponsor me tape and
Okay.
trying to like,
Weed through the
yeah, it's
everything,
hard.
yeah.
It's super hard because some kids don't understand.
Right.
And it's like, you'll know. Like, and it's like, if you can't accept it yourself and know that like what you're up against,
yeah.
then don't be coming at me like, well, I don't get why, like I can kickflip crook at 13 years old. Why can't I get shoes? And it's like, because every kid at 13 can kickflip crook.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
right.
it's like, it's not even what
There's no reason to argue against.
And you're a little shithead.
The team manager.
Yeah.
Dude,
kids
it's
don't
like-
know,
Yeah.
and it's like they see their friends getting hooked up maybe through me,
True.
and they're like, I want on too. And sometimes like I'll send you a couple pairs of shoes just to see where it goes, but
Yeah.
How do you filter them out?
it's tough. Like
Yeah.
you could just there's something.
I feel like
If you see something special, it's like you see a lot of the same,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you watch one that you're like,
Yeah.
and it's like sometimes it's like this kid skates like Evan Smith, and it's like, well, it's cool. Or
Right.
it's some kid that skates like Trapasso and Tom Penny together, and you're like, where have you been? Like, what are you doing? What are you watching?
Yeah.
So it's really rad to see like different kids, and I'm not ever trying to like go out and steal anyone.
Right.
Like I want it to be as organic as possible. Like in your Sponsor Me tape, there's kids that send me footage and like, I love Vans. I'm like, it looks like you love your Nikes.
Yeah.
And there's not one Vans clip, you
That's
know?
always
But then
funny, yeah.
there's kids that like are just like, hey, I love Vans. Like it's all I skate. And then their footage is awesome.
Right.
And it's like, oh, send you a box and see where it goes from there.
Is that how you usually communicate, just through the email, or are you like getting their numbers?
Email,
and-
DM, phone
Yeah.
number, text. Like I see a lot of these kids like out just skating cherry or like at the contest or
Do you, when they hit you up, is it, I was talking about this the other day with someone, but like usually you work with the shop on a flow level, like,
that's how it started.
yeah. So like, are you, a lot of kids kind of skip that now, it can go straight to you.
Yeah.
Almost, and skip the shop.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a weird thing?
Kind of, but at the same time, like you can kind of, if they come to me, then I can steer it either to like, hey, like hit up the rep,
Yeah.
or like our.
I'm sure
our-
sales reps like pass it along to you.
Yeah, and like there's some that have come through that are super awesome through a rep, like Tanner Van Vark. Like that was just like one random
Yeah.
kid that like the rep in Minneapolis was like, hey, this kid was getting Nikes and he asked me for a box. Do you want to
Sick.
take a look? And I was just like, I know who this kid is. I already knew, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's unbelievable. He's something special.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. Just like, you know, not everyone makes it,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
it's cool to give like opportunities to some of these kids that like,
Yeah.
it'll just push them
Yeah,
the extra bit.
totally. And they may not make it now, but they may make it in 2, 3, 4 years too. It may
Yeah,
take a little while
and
for
also
some kids.
it's like a couple of the kids that have come through like the program and stoked on them, but like I tell everyone this, like I want you to ride for Vans, but
Right.
at the same time I'm gonna be like almost like your homie,
Yeah.
where it's like, hey, like there's more opportunity over there, and if that's something you want to do, like I'm not gonna be like, you can't.
yeah,
quit.
for sure.
So it's like, you know, I don't ever want to take anyone from anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Are you like, what about like board sponsor wise? Are you like, oh, you would be good for this company, I'm going to send you over?
I've helped out like
Yeah.
a handful of the kids, like like Roman, he rode for Powell, and like he just lost interest over there, and he was like, I love Welcome, and I'm like, I know Jason, and I know some of those dudes over there, and I'll see what's up. And then they started sending him boards, then I guarantee you he's gonna be pro before we know it.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
It's crazy how everything kind of just falls into place, right? You just had the 3-month-old, and then the everything happens, and then you're at sushi randomly, see this dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything just kind of works itself out. It's weird.
Yeah, I just try and let things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the best way to go about it, though. You know?
And these kids are stoked probably to work with you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, recently like I don't hook up too many of the young kids. Mm-hmm. There's a handful like 10, 12-year-old kids, but you can tell like in 8 years like this kid is going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
Mhm, right.
And there's like a couple of them, but they came in, this kid Laser and this other kid Miles, and their dads came in.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, we want to skate like the vert ramp at Vans. And, like, we got all this stuff to skate now at Vans at our new office. So we got this like little indoor skate park. It's small, but it's perfect for like people to come visit or employees
Oh,
on
dope.
breaks. And they came in, and then Laser's like, I want to see you switch tray. Never seen you switch tray before. And I'm like, what? Yeah, all right. And I'm like, what do I switch tray in the park? It's like a racetrack. It's
Okay.
like quarter pipes, hip, flat bars. There's no stairs. So I'm like, I'll just do it on the quarter pipe, and just did one up on the quarter pipe.
Whoa.
And then he like sent it to me, and I was like, oh, I'll post it.
Yeah.
And I just posted on my story, and like I didn't look at my phone for like a couple hours, and I came back and I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Went off.
And then like a bunch of DMs from kids that like after the story like was over, they hit me up like, my friend told me you posted a switch tray, and I'm like, really? People are like, still talking about this?
So
Straight
random.
So I was like, yeah, just a couple kids hit me up. I reposted it, and like people were like loving it. And I was just like,
Sick.
awesome. Kids actually cared to watch me switch trays. So
That's sick.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. We all love to watch you switch trade. dude.
I
Yeah.
gotta keep it
Among
going.
among other things, we love to
That was
watch
like
you skate.
that was like your thing almost. The switch tray was like your thing. You know?
Still my thing.
Yeah. Well, big heels too. But I don't understand how you did that.
You had a big
Like,
bag of tricks.
It's just like a switch tray. It sounds fucking retarded, but
yeah, I don't understand that at all.
The other way.
think of how a big spin heel comes around. Mm-hmm. How a switch tray comes around is the same exact trick.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Van's been great. They've definitely like hooked me up.
Sick.
But I think that's mainly me being loyal.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I didn't want to go ride for anyone else,
Right.
and then maybe I don't know if they saw that and they're like, "Hey, this is fucking cool." Like he didn't go straight over to skate for someone else. When
Loyalty goes far, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in skateboarding. You see so many people jumping around and doing their thing. You know, it's like rare that like somebody stays on one brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
When
really
you know
really
the brand
sick.
so well.
Yeah.
that when you go out, you represent it. You basically are the brand at a certain point. You know what I mean?
it's sick. Like
Yeah.
I mean, just in the early stages of like that grassroots event stuff, like just walking into the shop. Like it was just like as easy as that. They'd be like, "What? Sick, Jayla's here." So and then like just the kids, like just involvement with me, like it's been so rad, and they're always like super stoked or respectful, and it's like I don't know, I'm just a skate rat, just like the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm just like in a position where I can like help you start your career.
Love it.
Do a lot of
dude.
like the younger kids that you find and start hooking up, like come to you like later on, like, hey, I just found just saw your video parts for the first time, or
Or I
And
just
just-
Googled your name and saw you naked.
Great.
That was like that was me. I was terrified of like trying to get this job at Vans.
Yeah.
But it's like just something that happened.
Right.
But no one ever held it against me. It didn't keep me from
Yeah.
getting a job. It didn't keep me from doing what I'm doing now. So
You're doing great, dude.
Things is beyond your
Yeah.
control. You know, what can you do? What's next for Johnny Layton? Huh?
what's next?
Switch tray,
Waldenberg.
Waldenberg.
I need to. I
You
need
got
to get
to
up
do.
there and
If you
do
go do that, oh my god, you got to go try.
You think
at
you think
least,
your
like-
Instagram on the switch train a quarter
I
pipe is
know.
going
Yeah.
nuts. Wait till post down
Yeah,
Instagram.
let's get another viral thing going here.
It's like trick
I
of the
want
year,
someone
you
to
know?
skate it with me. Like if someone just commits to like being like, I have a trick on Wallenberg.
Mm-hmm.
It's not switch tray. Let's go do this. I would fully like, all right, give me like a week or two just to like
Get
get
ready.
my head there. And then
You know
I'll
what's going to happen. You know somebody's going to want to go up there and,
well,
and
this
try something.
I think in June, no, not June, July.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go to SF for like this Vans thing up there.
There
so
you go.
I think like that might be a good time for me to just be like, let's go do this.
Yes.
Amazing.
So
Go for
I've
work.
told myself before and like fully gone there and looked and been like, I'm not ready.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Like, and even though I've tried it before,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm in a different state of mind now. I'm
Right.
sitting at this desk for a minute.
Right.
Well, Vans are known for like a little thinner type of shoes. Like, are you
I
jumping?
skate slip-ons.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh.
What the ones you're wearing right now? You skating
Yeah,
those
I
ones?
skate these.
And
Yeah.
you would try Wallenberg in those slip-ons.
Yep.
Wow, that's
These are a
awesome.
pair of eras. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like those are my go-tos. Yeah.
Dude, that's
I
sick.
really want to do it.
It'll
and
happen.
It's just I want someone to skate it with me. That's
Yeah.
like I would hate to go up there and just like get smoked right off the bat and like
yeah.
or just like try it forever and not get it. I would rather have someone there battling it with me
Would
just
you-
to like vibe off of.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Would you ollie it first?
No, hell no.
You would just straight
Yeah,
up
I
go
didn't-
for the switch
I
tray.
didn't even try to ollie it during that contest.
No?
Well, it was too hectic.
It was hectic. Yeah.
Dudes were like pushing you down the ramp. And I was like, fuck, I'm having to roll and switch on this sketchy roll-in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I hope one day I flip on Instagram and I see that old switch tray.
Me
down
too.
there. Yeah.
That's weird to say that these days.
I know.
Like, oh, hope I see it on Switch Trail Wallenberg on Instagram.
Seriously. Oh wait, by the way, did you put out any of that propeller footage?
Yeah, it
Did
was
you-
on the barracks.
yeah, it was
Oh, it was on the
barracks
barracks.
part.
Okay,
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got it all rounded up, and I lived like right around the corner from TJ Gaskill,
Oh,
and TJ was like, "Yeah, dude, let's work on this, put it together." And
Oh,
then
there you go.
Barracks was like, "Yeah, let's fucking put it on,"
sick.
and then I put it out.
I love it.
You
Yeah.
took a pretty hard slam at the end of that.
Yeah, I shit my pants. Yeah, it was
Like
the worst-
literally? Like
worst for sure. Yeah,
Yeah?
worst slam for sure in my life.
Whoa, what was it? What did you?
It's like this gapped lip on like this bump over bar that had like an 8-stair handrail.
And you did it. It was in your part.
Yeah,
It's part of the sketch,
did
right?
it. I did it and like kind of rolled away, like tail skid, like slappied off the curbs and rolled away. And then I was like, Greg's like, you can do another one.
Yeah.
And like we were all that. It was like me, Greg Hunt, Andrew Allen. I think Gilbert was there. Dan Liu. Wow. Like we were all on a filming trip. It was in San Antonio, and I tried to do it again. Just fucking sack the shit out of that rail, and it was like coming down from a bump to bar, and then thought I was gonna clear it.
Yeah, you caught like the last 6 inches of it.
I just caught my asshole, and it just flipped me straight to like scorp. Not scorp, but just like to my chest, and then it was like just open the floodgates. I couldn't control my
Just instantly
ass.
shitting yourself.
Really?
Yeah, I just straight started shitting my pants.
Like solids or
No, like
liquid?
straight liquid. Like it was just like hospital shit.
Whoa.
Go to the hospital?
No.
You went to a... If I...
Didn't go to the hospital until I got home from the trip. Went straight to the hotel and like kind of like just looked in the mirror. Like I actually had Dan Liu and Gilbert. It's actually
You had them
yeah. I was
They've
like,
already seen
I
it.
was bleeding. I didn't know if I was like gashed
Yes, right.
because there was like blood shit. I was just like fucking freaking out.
God damn.
And but you can go look on YouTube. There's like this video called Classic Tales. And it's a Vans thing, and it's a story that Dan Liu tells about that slam.
Oh, no.
It's hilarious.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So you had them check out
Jay
your...
Howell did all the... I think Jay Howell did all the artwork and
Yeah, that
animation.
series is rad. They don't do them anymore, huh?
No, I don't think so.
They should bring that back.
There's that show that's so similar to it called Party something.
Oh, yeah, on Vice.
On Vice?
Yeah.
It's super
Yeah.
similar.
So you got them to check out your...
Yeah, I had to spread my cheeks
Your
for
asshole.
Dan Liu and Gilbert, and they're like, dude, you're okay.
You're
But like, no, like fully like cracked my tailbone. I got back
no,
and like...
seriously, that's painful.
They had to like pretty much like gloves on, straighten me out. Worst
They have to...
thing
Because
ever.
they have to go in your butt and push your tailbone back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I've heard of that happening.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
my God.
painful as fuck. And I was on a donut for 3 months. Like, couldn't take like a slam for like close to 6 months.
Wow. That was the most painful slam.
It was
you've
just
ever-
like scarring. Like probably not the most painful, but the most mentally scarring.
That's horrible.
Just the whole situation. Just like you're on the sesh, broad daylight, it's fucking at a church, and it's shitting everywhere.
And you had landed it kind of already.
And I used it in my part. And then I was like, oh, let's throw that slam in the end. And everyone's like, why'd you do that? And I was just like, that was a bad slam.
Because I fucking took one.
It was
man.
memorable.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. If I just happened to shart, I'd go to the hospital to make sure everything's okay. You know, I couldn't imagine.
Dude, the drive after that slam was so brutal
'cause
too,
you were in-
because we're in San Antonio and our hotel was in Austin. So like the drive, and it was the traffic, and I was just like,
God.
fuck, dude,
Just in shitty pants.
just can't take this. I think I cleaned myself up and just was like, had it clothes in the bag. So
Oh, my God.
yeah, it was a rough one for sure.
Yeah, thank God you're all right, bro.
Yeah, they were like, you could have ruptured something in there and been fucked the rest of your life.
Got away good on that one. Well, not good, but you know what I mean.
Survived.
Survived.
Yeah.
You got a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of great stories, man. It's great having you here,
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
You
Thanks for having me.
Well, it sounds like you're doing great now, man. You got the wife, the kid, the dope job at Vans, doing everything. I love it.
So just
Sick.
got to keep it going, and then maybe
Waldenberg.
I can get just, cherry on top. That'd be great.
The Ender.
Please go up and just try it. You know.
If I go there and there's a ramp there, I'm definitely trying it.
Yeah. Well, we've covered it all, man. You've said it all. This has been amazing, dude.
Let's give away some of those Kelly mugs.
Oh, Kelly, will you go grab
yeah.
Johnny some gear? What do you like? A large shirt, extra
Yeah,
large? What are you doing?
Large.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hat. Look at this shirt. There it is. A Kelly mug right there. You drink coffee and tea and all that stuff. There you go. We have that for your breakfast.
Dude, this one would be at the office
Yeah.
for sure.
There's a 9 Club large tee for you there. And you wear hats?
I do.
Yeah, there's a little snapback, unconstructed hat.
Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah, no. Dude,
Yeah,
thank you, man. It's
dude.
awesome having you here.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Super
dude.
cool.
I'm glad it finally happened.
Yeah.
We talked about it for a while.
We've been going back and forth over a year. Over a year for sure. And it's always, we
But
started
it's
at
like
Phoenix AM.
we'd run into each other
Yeah.
and be like, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, how about here? Or now or
Yeah.
later. And I'm like, I'm not ready.
scheduling and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. There's a lot of people. Even Chad Tim when he came on,
Yeah.
we had talked about it like a year ago. You know, just the timing. You know, it's great, dude. Well, dude, thank you again.
Yeah, of course.
This
Thanks
has been
for having me.
amazing.
This is-
Oh,
man.
and if you wear the T-shirt like while you switch Trey Wallenberg, like they'll give you a photo.
Oh, give you a
photo
couple
and send-
bucks?
I
Yeah,
think I
photo
might
and send
have to wear a Vans shirt.